This is America. An honest day's pay for an honest day's work. But some contractors out there are not honest, and they're exploiting their workers to steal. Plain and simple. It's called payroll fraud. Dishonest contractors pay workers off the books, or call them independent contractors when they clearly shouldn't, in order to evade paying wages, Social Security taxes, Medicare, workers' compensation, overtime, unemployment insurance, and safety. And even if you're a union carpenter working for an honest contractor, it still hurts you.
Over the years, we spent a lot of time educating our members about the problems in the underground economy, about the problems with payroll fraud, about the problems with wage theft. We tell them, you may not see this on your job, but it's a problem for you, and it's a problem for your career.
If you are being fairly compensated by your employer and you're paying your taxes and the employer is paying their taxes, but you're competing against somebody who's cheating, that could cost you your job.
It makes it extremely challenging to try to do the right thing and pay a fair wage to our guys for a fair day's work, at the same time competing against people that are paying 20 or 30% less to their workers because they're getting around these premiums and taxes.
And it's not just your pay that's affected. Your safety is also at stake, because dishonest contractors also avoid vital worker protections, like workers' comp.
I was working for a union contractor in Detroit, Michigan. They were having problems competing for work, so they came up with this idea that turned us into subcontractors, or independent contractors. And we asked the company we work for, what happens if we get hurt? And they're like, oh, don't worry, everything will be taken care of. It's just like it was before. But that wasn't the case. And the day my hand slipped into the table saw, severing my finger and severely damaging the other three, the owners of the construction company, they weren't going to pay my workman's comp benefits. They said, you signed up as an independent contractor.
Bueno, allí pasó algo, todo estaba bien, estábamos trabajando bien, de repente fue cuando nos obligaron a hacer algo que era muy peligroso y no lo quise hacer. Y eso fue la manera que nosotros como que ya no caímos bien con el foreman, y de esa manera fue que nos corrió el trabajo, pero no hallábamos qué hacer nosotros en ese momento.
Those cheating contractors are stealing work from your employers. You are losing job opportunities, which makes it more difficult to find steady work and increase your wages and benefits. And the billions lost in unpaid taxes from dishonest contractors means less money for public construction work and fewer jobs for you. So, what can you do? Well, if you suspect payroll fraud on your work site or anywhere else, report what you see and hear. Contact your union representative. Become active in your local or regional council political program and support legislation and law enforcement efforts to stop this abuse.
So we're very dependent upon workers contacting labor and industries with their concerns. We work with labor and industries, and we actually prosecute them and enforce those cases. They're a key partner for us.
We regularly involve our members in lobbying for legislation that will allow for better enforcement on the issue of wage theft at both the state and federal level. And we involve our members in urging the regulatory agencies to take the tools that they do have and go out and be effective enforcers of the law.
These people need to be aggressively investigated and aggressively prosecuted. They're hurting our state economy, they're hurting our local businessmen, and they need to be held accountable.
Payroll fraud. You can do something about it. You can support law enforcement. You can make your voice heard with lawmakers. You can talk to fellow carpenters. You can report violations. You can make a difference. Payroll fraud. Let's stop it.